Hello and welcome back to Mr. King's Digital Literacy class. This is our first one since the school dismissal. Today we're going to be talking about Google Slides. So the first thing I need you to do is go ahead and get on your Chromebook and open up Google Slides. One easy way is just open up a new tab, click on this little square Rubik's Cube looking thing, and oops, I need to actually change counts here onto my school one, then go to the Rubik's Cube, and then just open up Google Slides. It should be somewhere there. You can also Google it, get in there from there. Okay, so this is Google Slides. Let's talk first of all, why is Google Slides important for you to know? You guys are going to have tons of opportunities. You've probably already had a bunch in school to do some sort of presentation so that you guys can communicate information in an organized way. And it can help you in so many different things, especially in school. As they were talking to us about what we're doing for the school dismissal, they use just a slideshow like this. Okay, so it's the easiest way to get out information in an organized manner. So let's start here. Remember, Google Slides will save automatically. You have different things you can choose from. Templates are just pre-made things that will look nice for you. We're just going to start with a blank one, so go ahead and click blank. It'll load up, and here we are with Google Slides. Okay, so we have our Google Slides right here. This one is just titled Untitled Presentation. Let's change that. This will be the first thing. So let's do Digital Literacy Google Slides. Okay, push enter. It will automatically save it. You can see when things are saving, and things are saved to your drive. So pretty much whenever you make a change, it'll save automatically, just like in Google Docs that we talked about before. Okay, so the first thing we need, let's just make up a topic. Since I've been home, my daughter has been watching a lot of Phineas and Ferb on Disney+. So let's go ahead and use Phineas and Ferb as our subject. Okay, so we have Phineas and Ferb. Right here, as you can see, the very first slide came preset with text boxes. This gave us a title one, and then we have a subtitle one right here. Let's just add a subtitle, A Journey Through Binge Watching. Right, we'll just add whatever sort of title that we want there. If you look over here to the right, it has some pre-made themes for you. This is if you're in a rush and you just need it to look good with something, right? This will preform all of your slides, so they have different little symbols and designs, so it looks nice and more pleasing to the eye. Okay, but for right now, we're just going to start with a blank one. We're going to do a little bit where we can customize it ourselves. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this themes panel and keep it as a blank one. The next thing we need to know about these text boxes, right here, our first slide came with one just as a default. Okay, so if we need to add a text box, the way to do that is you go to Insert and Text Box right here. Okay, and then you just click and drag where you want your text box to be, and then you can type again. Okay, on Google Slides you can only type in a text box. So to get rid of a text box that you don't want, you just click right here on the side and push delete. Okay, same thing right here, click right up there, push delete, you can bring it back. Okay, very simple to do. So that's how you insert text boxes. Next thing we're going to do is figure out how to add a new slide. Okay, there's a couple different ways to add a new slide. You can see the shortcut command is Control M. Okay, or if you want a pre-made one, there's a couple different options right here that you can use. This is just the title slide, that's why the one that comes default first. You have all these different options here for title in 2 columns, title only, main point, things like that, and you can see it just comes with pre-made text boxes in there. Okay, so let's just click on a new slide here. Or you can right click here and click new slide if you need to duplicate slide. There's a whole bunch of ways. So the thing you'll need to know about this is there's going to be like 5 different ways you can do almost anything on Google Slides. Whichever way you do it, that's fine, just as long as you know one way to do it. So the next thing we're going to do is add a background. Okay, so let's add a background. To do that, we are going to right click, change background, and then choose image. And you can do it a couple different ways. The best way to do this would be to Google image search right here. Let's search for an image. Let's just type in Phineas and Ferb and see what that brings up. Okay, here's a freaky looking one. We might as well use the scary one, right? Click insert and then click done. Okay, that will add it as our background. That's not a very good picture. It's kind of blurry, but that's all right. Okay. So we'll just leave that there for now. That'll be our background screen for right now. Let's change this. Let's change that to black just so it's a little bit, well, that doesn't work either. Maybe let's change this to white. Okay, so we have that right there, our title screen. Next thing, you have a nice little scary, creepy title screen. Okay, so we added a slide before. To do the second slide, let's do what I like about Phineas and Ferb. Okay. So we have it titled What I Like About Phineas and Ferb. Let's see, I like it because of Perry. Okay, so we'll type in Perry the Platypus. And I'm going to shrink this text box. You just grab one of the corners like that. Let's put a picture of Perry because this is looking pretty white here. So let's go to Insert, Image, and then let's do Search the Web. Okay, so Perry the Platypus. I think I'm spelling Perry right. Let's try it with an E. There we go, so it's P-E-R-R. Okay, so let's find a good picture of Perry. And I guess this is going to be the best one that we can find. Then you just click Insert, and it will load it right there. Okay, if your picture that you chose isn't really loading, then just try to find a new one. Don't panic, right? So I better change that to P-E-R-R. Okay, so we have Perry the Platypus. Let's choose a different background for this slide. Let's right click on it. Go to, whoops, that's on the text box. If you right click on the text box, it'll bring up other things. So change background. Let's change our color from that to, let's do blue for Perry. Right. Perry the Platypus. Let's insert another text box here. He is a, what do they say, semi-aquatic animal, right? I'm just gonna spell check this. Apparently it's telling me that's 2 words. Okay, so there we have that. What I like about Phineas and Ferb is Perry the Platypus. He's a semi-aquatic animal, right? And we have our picture right here. Let's add another slide. Let's do what I don't like about Perry the Platypus. Okay. Oh no, what I don't like about Phineas and Ferb, right? And I spelled Phineas wrong. Phineas is PH. Okay. Bear with me as I know I'm making a lot of mistakes here. So what I don't like about Phineas and Ferb. So the thing I like the least about Phineas and Ferb is probably Candace and who else? Baljeet, right? Baljeet's just kind of whiny. Okay, so we have that. Let's just do the same thing we had. Okay, so what we can do is go to Google and look up Phineas and Ferb characters, right? So here's another way that we can do that. You do that, you can click on images. So let's right click, Candace Flynn, right click, copy image, go over here, right click, paste. Okay, so there's our Candace. And let's find our Baljeet. Okay, we have Baljeet here. We'll just use whichever one. Copy image and go back to our slideshow, right click and paste. Okay, so there's that, and let's just choose a background for this. Right click, change background, and let's just choose the color red. Okay, click done, and there we have that. I'm going to change this to black just so it's easier to read. Oops, that was the highlighter, sorry. There we go, Candace and Baljeet. Okay, so let's just add one more slide, right, the end. Okay, you normally probably wouldn't want the end slide, but we're just going to throw that on there. Okay, so there we have a little bit of how to do a Google slide. This was really rudimentary. Your assignment is actually going to be to create this exact same thing. Okay, that took me about 10 or 15 minutes, so you guys will just have a little bit to do for this week. Okay, please email me if you have any questions to do this. The only thing is, don't worry about pictures up here. The pictures can be different, but I want the texts and the colors all the same, and I want to see that you can insert pictures. Okay, so remember, the pictures do not have to be the same. So I shouldn't get any emails that say the picture I want I can't find, right? Because whatever the picture is, it doesn't really matter. I just want to know that you can do pictures. Okay, thanks. Remember to email me if you have any questions, and I'll be able to help you Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Thanks.